and welcome to the Nexus. Today we're going to be doing pack 3 of our 66 Batmobile, and that consists of 7, 6, 7 and 8. So we're going to do that. Kirsty's going to kick us off with issue 6. So I'll hand over to Kirsty.
So thanks Kev for handing over. I'm going to be doing issue 6 of our Batmobile. So I need this part. Oh,
yep,
is that supposed to be attached?
Yes.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, just here it goes, look.
Right, okay, well I only picked it up.
Yeah, don't worry.
Should be fine, you should be able to fix it.
Yeah.
You're good at fixing.
Yeah, okay, so we need the bell housing, which is this for the gearbox, because Kirsty's going to make the gearbox.
Yeah.
So let's open it up and get started.
Right, so here we are. I'm going to be putting the bracket onto the oil pan, and I'm going to be fixing it there with DM screws. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. Right, my boo-boo, it was DP screws, not DM screws. It's all very confusing me today.
DM, DP, they're all the... I'd say they're all the same, but they're not.
It's a letter of the alphabet.
Yeah.
What more do you want today?
Okay, go on in.
Right, so we're gonna be...
We've got to take the left-hand side of the gearbox.
Yeah, and it's got an L in it. Make sure.
Yeah. So you've got two sides to it. So you want the side with the
L.
screw holes, yeah?
Yeah.
Now place
and then
that
this is going to go on like that.
Yeah, making sure it slopes backwards.
Yeah, so you've got the wider bit at the back of it.
Like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then we're actually going to use DM screws to secure that in.
So I'm going to go and do that. Right, so I've done that bit. I used the right screw this time. Right, so now we're going to attach this bit into here.
Making sure the generator is facing that way.
Right, okay.
So if you turn it the other way.
If you turn it the other way.
No, not that way. Flip that bit round.
Oh, I don't
It's
know.
the wrong way.
Yeah,
so it needs to be facing the opposite way. That way. For that generator to be that way.
Okay.
When we're going to facing it in.
Right, okay. And I'm going to use a DM screw for that. So I'm going to do that now. Right, so what we've got to do now is we've got to take this little bit, which I've been informed is the yoke. Don't know what that is.
It's a
personally.
slip yoke. Yeah, it goes.
And then you've got to put it in so that the very top of it goes in that little gap.
And why Kirsty's holding it, which is why it's good to have two people, is if you put it, that's it.
There, so that's going to go on there, and then we're going to use
2 CM screws
in those bits.
In those holes there. So
I'm going to do that. Right, so now all that's left to do is take this little bracket and attach it onto there like that using AM screws. So I'm going to do that now. Right, so there we go. I've put that bit on, as you can see, and I'm now going to hand to Kev to carry on with the next part.
okay, thank you Kirsty for doing the gearbox. It looks really nice. This part here just keeps falling off. I'm hoping we get... I might actually have to glue that in because it just keeps popping off. But the gearbox is done, so that's cool. So it looks like we're starting on the engine on this one. But this is issue 7. Or stage 7 I should say. Let's open this up. Like that. Get it out. Looks like we're doing part of the engine now. So let's get going. Okay, so this is the right hand side of the engine block that we're going to be sorting out on this one. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to grab this piece here and this piece, and we're going to put them together like that. So they sort of just go I'm just trying to see how they go together. Yep. Yeah, so just like that. So let's turn this around. So they sit just like this. Yep. Okay, so they're going to sit basically like this. There is a guide pin there. So we're going to sit it so the back plate sort of sits on like that. It does line up really, really well. We're going to put an AM screw to secure these two bits together. So I'm going to do that now. Okay, so that's what that block looks like so. And then we're going to take our engine block and we're going to stick that section just on there like that. And we're going to use an AM screw again to attach this part. Just so it bites a little bit, and then we can just readjust that. It sits like so. And there we go. So that part sits on just like that, just in between these two sort of raised sections here. It just sits in there really nicely, just like that. Next, what we're going to do is our distributor. So we've got this bit here. Then we've got our black section, which is just here. That is going to sit in the middle. I'm just going to push that on gently. There we go. So it's like that. Then what we're going to do is we're going to grab our distributor caps here, the plugs, and we're just literally going to pull them off and stick them around just like that. So you don't really need pliers, they come off really easily. If you want to cut them with some spur cutters, you can, but as you can see here, I'm not doing that, and they just sort of peg in as they go around. They don't leave any sharp bits, and I'm just going to show you again. So they just click off, and there's no sort of end bits on it. Like I said, you can always tidy it up. So I'm going to go around and put all the distributor caps on there. Okay, so there's the distributor cap with all the sort of plugs on, as you can see. My advice would be to put the one in the middle on first. It tells you to do that after you put them all on. My advice is to put that one on first. You do get one spare, so if you snap one or one goes missing, you've only got one chance in that. So next we're going to take this section here. And we're just going to plug this in. Now it's like a half moon section, so it can only go in one way. So it just pushes on like that. Try and put it on as tight as you can there. Next, what we're going to do is we're going to take this bit here, which is the source drive bracket, and we're going to sit that in here like so. It does have a sort of a unique shape to the Machinap. I don't know how well it's coming up, but it does go in the top here, and we're going to attach a TP screw and secure that. Okay, just like that. So that sort of screws in up there, sits in just like this. Once again, we've got like a half circle, and we've got a half circle on the back here, and we're just going to plug this in the back like so, and that's that done. And that's what that looks like at the end of issue 7. So let's grab the stuff for issue 8 and we'll carry on. Okay, so here is what we have with issue 8. Looks like we've got the oil pan, and it says a generator, but I'm almost certain it's the alternator. But anyway, let's open it up, get the parts out and get building. Okay, so we are doing the oil pan and the generator is what it has here. So the first thing we're going to do is build the oil pan. So the first thing is to connect these two sections up. These are all plastic, by the way. I thought this may be die cast, but it's not. So we're using AP screws in there. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. Okay, next we're going to grab our small piece of pipe like this. And it is small. There it is. And we're going to grab this little section here and we're going to put the pipe onto that. So that's like that. Then we're on the back of here, it has a hole. And we're going to stick this on the side here. And that's going to sit on just like that. And then we're going to take the top part of our cap here, like so. And it's going to sit on just like that. So it looks like it's upside down, but it's the way it goes. And we're going to use AP screws to secure that one in. So I'm going to do that now. Okay, so that there finishes up our oil pan. We want to make sure that that this goes on this way with the two raised sections facing upwards like that. And making sure you put that on before you put the top on. Otherwise you will find it difficult. So now we're going to be building our generator. So first thing we need to grab is this section here. We need to grab the pulley inner, is what it says. And we're going to stick it on that way. So the blades are further in and we've got this like little lip section just here. We're then going to grab this section. So that section is going to go on just like that. And then this section just here, like that. And then we're going to use a TP screw to secure that in. Okay, so we need to grab this section here. It has a bigger hole on one end and a smaller one on the other. We need the smaller end. We need to grab it so it's like that. We need this section just to go around like this. And we're going to use another TP screw. I'm going to get all that ready. And then once it's in, we can position it a little bit easier, or better I should say. So it can be moved around. So what we want it like is we want it about there. Like so. Like that. And then what we need to do is to grab this back section. That's just going to sit on just like that. We need to just put the cap on like that. So that's the start of it. Then we need to grab our engine block that we built in the previous issue. And we're going to attach this section here to the front. Now it does have a sort of a little guide pin on the end, as you can see. That is going to fit just in like that because there's a little slit out of it, so it only goes in one way. And once again, we're going to use a TP screw to secure that in. So like that. And there we go. So that secures in. So at the end of now we do have this little bracket just here. We need to put this aside and keep it safely away. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to stick it in with that, like that, so it's safe. So I know where it is. Like so. I'm going to keep the rest of these spare screws. But at the end here we are done. So that's what we've done in this. We've put the generator, or I would call that the alternator there. We've done the oil pan. And this is all what we've done in pack 3. Okay, and that concludes our pack 3 of issues 6, 7 and 8 of our 66 Batmobile. And I've got to say the quality is really, really nice. There's the gearbox that Kirsty did. Really nice piece there. Very solid. Nice. And then we've started on the right hand part of the engine, and we've got the oil sump I would say. That was oil pan just here. And then we've started on the right hand side of the engine. So I would imagine the left hand side will come on later on. Just there. It's looking really good. Anyway, as before, thank you for watching us and supporting the channel. Make sure you click like, subscribe and comment and all of that. If you want to start your own Batmobile journey and join me and Kirsty as we struggle and build our Batmobile 66, I wouldn't say struggle, but you know what some issues are like. Then get over to Fanhome. All the links are in the description, and there also is a promo code to use as well. Tell everyone that you've come from the Nexus. Now, thanks for watching, and as always, we'll catch you at the next video. Take it easy.